How's it going, everybody? So I got a great one for y'all today. It's Boros Aggro. The weekend's coming up. There's a bunch of tournaments, the Red Bull Untapped, and this is just going to allow you, for one, you're going to be able to go over top of the mirror matches, which is a really big deal. And two, after your board gets swapped, because there's going to be Izzet decks out there, it's going to allow you to refuel with Showdown of the Skalds. And I've just had a lot of success in the mirror matches and against these control decks because I'm able to just go over the top of the aggro decks and then refuel after the sweepers. And you're not really losing much. Your mana base is a little, it is a little different. You are stretching a little bit, but we're not trying to cast a double white spell backed up by a double red spell. We're keeping it very simple. The only other red cards in the deck are the ones in the sideboard, and you're not going to have a lot in there all at one time. Paladin class I also think is really good backed up with these one drops. Um, it also allows you in the mirror matches to just be a little bit bigger than what your opponent is. And I know a lot of decks aren't playing Paladin class right now, but mono green and against mono white, you really need that extra point of toughness can really matter. And then if you get in these board stalls, you're able to give your creature double strike. So really think Paladin class and Showdown of the Scalds, they're both really good. The only downside to all of this is you're basically without removal game one, which I think is fine because game one you're just, you're trying to take them by surprise. You're trying to get out in front of them and you're just trying to beat them down. Um, Besides that, the deck is very similar to mono white. One of the few things that I prefer doing that I know I've seen other people, they're a lot higher on Brutal Cathar than I am. I think with Brutal Cathar, you cast your Brutal Cathar, they target your Brutal Cathar with their Brutal Cathar, and it creates this loop of you're bouncing each other's Cathars back and forth. Well, when you have Skyclave, you don't have to worry about that. If they kill Skyclave, fine, they get a 3/3 or a 2/2 or a 4/4 at the most, and that's a lot easier to deal with than y'all just sitting there trading Cathars the whole game. I do have two in the sideboard because I do think the card is needed against certain matchups. If there's not a lot of removal, you can plow through and just get in the extra points of damage that you need. The sideboard, we have Thalias. Those are going to come in against, any of your control decks, Izzet, things like that. Burning Hands, just for mono green. Rip Aparts, this is, it's good against mono white. It's good in the mirror, and you also have it against mono green. You can kill some of their 3/3s. Plus, you get to kill Ezekiel's Chariot if that's what you need to do. Sacred Fires, I think, are really another big mirror breaker. A lot of mono white decks, they're playing sorcery speed removal or things like that. Well, these Sacred Fires, you get to deal with things at instant speed, so it can make combat a little tricky for them. I think that's a good deal. Valorous Stance. If you're playing against Izzet Dragons or something like that, if you're playing against something they're gonna have 4 power creatures or four toughness creatures, you're allowed to have this to protect something. Protect your Adelines because this is your best card in your deck. This card is insane. You have Valorous Stances to protect that, plus deal with a early egg that they play or a Goldspan Dragon later on in the game. And then I have the extra Skyclave to come in against mono green, mono white, things like that. I think the deck is really good. It's what I'm going to play in the Red Bull Untapped this weekend. Y'all should at least give this a try before you register mono white. I would at least give this a try. I think I played 3 games. I'm going to let y'all see those, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Thanks to all the subs that subbed the last video. That meant a lot to me. If y'all like this video, sub. Comment on it. Tell me what you think. I know we got some comments on the last one. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. I hope my videos continue to get a little bit better over time, and that y'all continue to enjoy them. Thanks, and y'all have a great weekend. All right, here we go for round 1. Um, this hand isn't great, but I think we're gonna keep it. It has some potential. We start drawing some of our more expensive spells. It's hard to say no to a triple 1-drop on the first 2 turns. Okay, so we're playing a mirror match. Actually not gonna triple 1-drop. Just want to keep the pressure up on them. Thalia. Okay. Just keep the pressure up. He's not going to go for the Paladin class. Okay. Sure. So we can take care of his Skyclave right here. Don't think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to try to stay aggressive. Sure. Spellbinder, that's really not that big of a deal. If we wanted to cast a Skyclave next turn, we still can. Oh, he's getting aggressive. Okay. Sure. Could activate here, give our thing first strike, and basically he has to block with something. Or we just fire up our Cave of the Frost Dragon and put him on a 1-turn clock. We have this back to block. If he kills this, so 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we're fine with that. Doesn't change anything. Yeah, sure, sure. He could possibly have a Valorant stance. Okay, he doesn't. Alright. That was a good first game. Paladin Clash really was getting nice there. Okay. Bring in our Brutal Cathars. Sacred Fire's in. We don't really care about Thalia. So what do we want to cut here? Exact mirror match. I think we're going to get rid of the Sun Gold Sentinels. We're going to cut down on 1 Paladin class because we're kind of cutting some creatures here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, like that. If the game goes long, if we resolve our showdown in this, basically mirror, then, we're set up really well. Sure. So since we're the ones trying to go long, we're cool with these little trades like this. We're just trying to get the showdown. sure. See, I don't know, like this little stuff like this, like compared to what we're trying to do, I just don't think it really rivals. I think once you just splash the red into this mono white deck, you know, I think you're on a different level than what they are. We have our Cathar here, so whenever he plays his Cathar, then we do a little back and forth. Sure. And he might as well attack with this because it's a point of damage. Okay. Do we want to slam it, or do we want to just take care of the Adeline for the moment? I think we're okay because this way we play it next turn, we can at least use a land off of it. I just think what we're doing is way more powerful. I mean, like, playing portable hole and stuff is just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the way to beat the mirror, in my opinion. Might not even need the showdown, to be honest. Yeah. Just having the instant speed removal that he doesn't have just, shows out a lot right there. Alright. There's round one. I mean, I didn't even get to play the showdown, but obviously it was sitting there. The game goes long. I mean, he's going to be in a really bad spot. I mean, just our removal and, you know, portable hole versus what we have, it's just not really a contest. I mean, he's not even playing around instant speed removal because he doesn't even, it's not even registering that he needs to. I mean, I know we could have fateful absence or whatever, but I mean, I think Valorous Stance is better than that, anyways, because a lot of the things you want to kill that you would sideboard that in for, you can also take out with Valorous Stance, so what's the point of even having it in your deck? Plus, you're just giving decks more looks at drawing their sweeper or, whatever. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep this. Okay, so it looks like we're going to we're going to play against the control deck here. We put the counter here, that way when we attack next turn, this is going to get a counter, built into it. Okay, maybe we're not attacking this turn. Okay, showdown is good as long as we find something. Huh. We don't care about Jadar. Do we want to get rid of this, though, to avoid the counter? Or at least... That could also be a problem. I think we get rid of the overcharged amalgam. Assuming that they're going to draw land. It's the best thing to do. It's fine. We're cool with that. Yep. land here would be nice, especially a red source would be really nice. Okay. We're gonna save that. Get the paladin class out there. We're gonna save this for when he plays something that yeah, like right here. Perfect example. We'll clean that up. He's attacking, we don't care. Adeline's really nice, but we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Try another one. It's unfortunate. Okay. Let's keep the beat downs going. Yeah, I don't think he really has a shot now. Our flyer's about to get really big. None of this really matters. What's going on down here? Yeah. I hate to even play this to get a door out of his hand because we don't really care about it, but whatever. Our land, we'll play the adversary. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now, same thing. These seem really good. Sacred Fires. Do we want the rip aparts? And it seems like it kills everything in their deck. So we're going to bring those in. We'll bring in the Skyclave. Since they're black-blue, they're going to have a lot of removal, so I don't even really think we want to bring in the Cathars. They're just going to get whatever back, so I'm not really even worried about that. Graveyard stuff really doesn't seem important. So we're bringing in this. We're going to cut down a Paladin class. Actually, probably two. Yeah. I think that's how we're going to do it. Actually, I'm going to cut that. We're going to do it like this. Alright. I don't really know what the... I don't know what the blue... I don't know what he's trying to exploit. Or she's trying to exploit. I don't know what they're trying to exploit with the blue-black exploit deck. It just doesn't really seem like it has a lot of solid matchups right now. But I could be wrong. Sure. Go ahead and burn this down. Just go ahead and get it out of here before he plays something that he gets a trigger off of it dying. We have the Skyclave to clean up anything like that that seems problematic like that. I like to play Showdown on turn 5 generally because you can play your lands off of it, but like we have so many lands in our hand, it doesn't really matter. We don't even want to hit any lands. Okay, that's not awful. He's down to 2 cards in hand. We're about to just start flooding the battlefield. Gonna get rid of the... Well, we can pick... Yeah, okay. We'll just be able to get rid of both of them at some point. But we're gonna clear this one out right now. Just so we can start attacking some. Okay. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he just didn't understand how it works. So now he just doesn't get a token out of that. So for everybody that just saw that, obviously, you know, your trigger goes on the stack, and it's when this leaves the battlefield, they get, you know, they get the token. Well, if you kill it while it's on the stack, it's just registering nothing. So basically I just, you know, got a free removal spell with 0 drawback. Okay. Don't like that block. Oh no, maybe this guy's just flustered. I mean, he's just kind of doing whatever now. I mean, yeah. Alright. Alright, let's play one more. Yeah, it's definitely a keep. Got the triple 1-drops over the first 2 turns. So this is not going to be a great matchup for us. Well, it's black-blue, it might be fine. Back to back against some blue-black decks, that's different. Jadar, we don't care about Jadar. I'm actually fine attacking here. If he wants to trade some stuff, that's fine. Yeah, sure. I mean, generally we wouldn't just attack like that, but seeing what he has in his hand, I mean, we just want to push in while we can. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, once again, I don't really know what these blue black I don't know what they're trying to exploit in the metagame. I'd be very surprised if you're playing in a tournament you run into this deck. I mean, you're not fast enough that you're going to beat the Is It decks. I don't know what your good matchups are. So we're going to do it pretty much the same way. Yeah, we're just going to sideboard the same way we did. We're gonna keep this. We definitely need to draw some lands to, you know, start casting these showdowns. But I think once we do, we'll bury this blue-black deck. I mean, maybe the deck's popular, and I don't know. I don't really, I don't think ladder play is very. I don't think it's a good way to look at the metagame. Yeah. I mean, he only has 3 cards in hand. We're just gonna try to bully him here. Oh. Should have played that post combat, obviously, but just in case he did have some flash creature, which I doubt he does, but whatever. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I am a fan of the mono black deck, like the mono black control deck. I really like the deck. I don't necessarily know how well positioned it is, but I do really like the deck. And this just seems like a way worse version. I mean, even him doing these things, I just have a hard time believing that it's actually going to matter. Don't care about Jadar whatsoever. Sure. Let's go ahead and kill that so he can't exploit. That's fine too. You're really that worried about it? Alright.